And I think we need to get together.
Hello,
Okay.
I think we need to talk about
Hello, host.
Okay, there we go.
Hello.
For some reason, it turned everything off. OBS turned everything off.
That's fine. There's no one in chat anyway.
Honestly, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Do you wanna do intros?
I lied.
Ken?
Chris is in chat. Hello, Chris.
'Cause I don't think anybody heard anything from the beginning. So.
Beautiful. We were
Oh, we
talking
started-
a lot of shit at the beginning.
We sure
Welcome
were.
to Uncaged,
Hello!
where everybody forget everything about what we're doing, who they're playing, and where they're going. We were just very quickly going around and we'd say hello before we get back in the game. Lady Dame, back where you started.
Hi, I'm Lady Dame. I play Pris, the sweetest tiefling in where Athenwyn and other places too.
Sure, until we find a nicer one. Swapper.
Hello, I'm Swapper. I'm playing Kai, the angriest druid. Period.
Oh, I'm sorry, but my volume is a bit low. Hang on. How's this? Meanwhile,
Yes, hello, I'm Wild. I am playing Welby, a warlock who now has some perfectly innocent and non-threatening sugar cubes to give out to people.
hey, I mean, as long as you have magical food.
That leaves me!
At least Graham!
Hi, I'm Gramander, and I play Samander, your PTSD cleric boy. And I guess I'm doing the recap.
You're gonna try and do the recap. I cannot
All
wait
right.
for this.
So, last week, the Wanderers of Love and Hope of Athenwyn were in a town. We had recently taken up a job to deliver goods for a bakery. The Cat and Witch
Nope.
Bakery? The
Nope.
Black Cat
Nope.
Bakery?
Nope.
The Kitty Cat Cafe. And we were tasked with delivering a lot of goods. So we split up originally after saying we weren't going to split up, and we gathered back at the Kitty Cat Cafe.
Nope.
The feeling fine cafe.
Sure.
And we decided we had to take the last two goods. One was to pick up a lion statue and bring it to a artifact / antique shop, and the other one was to deliver to the bathhouse. So we all grouped up and we went to the antique shop and delivered a lion, which turned into 2 lions, which appeared, and we were like, whoa, and they gave us a flower crown, which was really, really nice. And then we went to the bathhouse, and there was a spirit there that was covered in muck and ooze and guck, and we had to save them. So we ended up saving them, and we got an old broom out of the deal, and went back to the Kitty Cat Cafe. And at the Kitty Cat Cafe, or Catfe, as it should be known, they gave us a broom of lesser flying, as well as another item that I don't remember. Kai talked to one of the spouses who works for the Guild of Craftspeople and wants something built mysteriously, and they are going in the morning. However, it's nighttime. Also, we have a baby mimic that we want to sell and some other stuff. I told you it wasn't going to be a good recap, and I don't know why you're all looking so disappointed at me.
Can we just call them the spouses from now on? I am spouse 1, and that is spouse 2.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't take notes. This is all off memory after 2 weeks.
I'm not disappointed. That's about as much as I remember.
Exactly. So, last we left off, we were all going back to the Cat Inn. Cat's Paw Inn?
Nope.
The Mouseling
Nope.
Yes, it's owned by 2 Mouselings.
Yep.
That has a theme of cats.
Yep.
Inn, where we are staying and have rooms booked. And that's where we were last going when we left off.
Accurate. At least the last sentence is accurate. You also got a box of paper birds.
We did
yes.
get the paper birds,
We
yeah.
got paper
Yeah.
birds.
Did we have one more
Yay.
Were we done with deliveries? I don't remember.
I think that was the last one.
I don't know if I'm assuming Lady Dame wrote this down. Pris is currently holding the Ring of Tensor's floating disc.
Yes, I am holding I have a Ring of Tensor's floating disc.
And Kai has a bunch of crap no one bothered to identify yet, so you're good.
Sources have led me to believe that the name of the bakery was the Cat and Cake Cafe.
Mysterious
Sources. Mysterious sources.
Absolutely not the
Like how
DM
you still
in a
said it
DM.
wrong.
I know, there's a point. I was gonna say if someone corrected me.
No.
Oh god damn it, I'm that guy.
On this news channel, we are not known for having factual information. Just factual
Why would we do that?
information.
I mean, why would you indeed?
I cannot be known.
Tune in next year where we start a D&D newscast every week.
Yeah, and Nick, where are we right now?
What's the name of the town? I've forgotten.
No, I meant narrative wise.
Wavecrest?
You're in Wavecrest.
Hey!
Hey! Oh, also we found a locket that had some initials. I think it was AH on it that casts water breathing on the wearer, and we're looking to get it back to the person it was stolen or lost from.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that's also
Yes.
partly accurate. Okay. No, you are on your way back from the Drunken Pixie, which is what, oddly enough, the Bad House / Brew Pub was called.
Yep.
To
Everything
your...
is a thing / brew pub here.
It
we have
is.
discovered.
It really is. There's a reason there is a list of acceptable
everything?
inns and pubs to stay at rather than going wild. Then again, if you want to, I'm not stopping you. You are. I think we stopped when you were meeting again in front of the Drunken Pixie. After you all decided to have individual baths.
Yes. No group baths here. I don't remember. I don't know why I said I know that I would, unless there's any reason for us to there's anything we need to do, I think Pris would go inside and see about identifying any of the objects that we need to identify.
It's end of day right now.
It's very quiet.
No, Wild's muted, so that would make sense.
I see.
Is it end of day right now? Or?
It is end of day. You wasted is such a just. You enjoyed most of your afternoon and evening in the bathhouse. You enjoyed that bathhouse to the fullest.
We ran errands
You
too,
want to cry
so
or something?
I don't. Maybe.
What was that?
I thought one of us cried while bathing or something.
Oh yeah, yes. Well, technically two.
That sounds like a Sam thing.
Sam definitely cried.
Remember.
That's just
I
a
was
usual
singing
nightly
to
routine
myself.
now.
And I know Welby discovered the brew pub also had like snacks and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so if Pris, sorry, it's been so long. I was wondering if your character's name was Lady Dame or Pris.
Fair.
Okay, it hasn't been that long.
I'm just.
We're
weird.
disasters, y'all.
We are.
But that's also true when we do play every week.
Yes, true.
Fair enough. So as Pris goes back inside or something for identify, Kai would kind of just nudge her and pass her very inconspicuously, and by that I mean very conspicuously, the spell scroll and the ominous potion.
Two spell scrolls.
Two spell scrolls.
Two
and
spell scrolls.
Ooh.
And a potion. I think.
A potion.
I have an S written down here, but it is striked through, so I assume it's just one.
It is one potion and two scrolls.
Okay. I'll got that from the dragon, so if you want to take a look at that, I don't think I can use it.
Oh,
I mean,
of course.
the weird paper thing is not a potion. I think I can drink a potion.
I don't know who can use the weird paper thingies, but we'll find out. Or I'll do my best.
Right, thanks.
Sure.
Hang on, I have to look something up quick.
Okay. I was like,
So the music just sounds like a train right now. So-
What are you putting in your identify pile?
the two spell scrolls, the potion. Is there anything else that we need to look at? Did we?
I already sent you everything.
Perfect. Yeah, I think we have.
So-
I think I've done everything else.
Yeah,
The
I think
flower
everything.
crown. Did we figure that out, or is that am I?
I mean, the flower crown is magic in the sense that the flowers will never wilt. But
Right,
it's
but
not. It doesn't
do
have any
anything.
magical attributes other than
It's just a pretty flower
that.
crown.
It is just a
And
pretty
the
flower.
unwilting crown sounds badass.
It kind of does.
It does, you're right.
So the potion is a healing potion.
Amazing.
One of the scrolls is a scroll of spare the dying.
Ooh!
And the other scroll is a scroll of infestation.
Ooh. Well, would Pris know about like who can use scrolls, or like would that be something that
I don't
yeah.
think Pris's I don't think you know how they actually work, and you know all the fairy tales surrounding them. I think if you want to know, I think out of the party, the person who would know is Sam.
Well, yeah,
Since,
his mom's a
his
wizard.
mom and his fighter dad, and you know, a scroll of conjure bonfire to get dinner done for the kids when mom's away.
Well, I part of me, I think honestly, well, Sam, I think you should. I don't know. I've read about scrolls, but I've never used them before, and I don't know much about them. But I thought maybe you might. But also, I thought you might want the healing potion as well. You do tend to be the one who gets hurt a lot.
I mean, I don't know a lot about spell scrolls because, well, you know, I didn't know how to use any spells until just barely. As for the potion, I think someone that can't heal should have it, so that if I get knocked unconscious, they have a way to get me up.
Oh, that's a good point.
Isn't that just Welby?
I think so. I've been watching you and learning from others, and I think I can do a little bit of healing myself now. Just knowing when to use it, I suppose.
General rule of thumb is if one goes down, that's the moment you want to be using it.
Yeah.
I found
Yeah.
that's about right.
Isn't it supposed to be for the person who is most likely to never go down, so they can use it on someone else?
That's a good point. You've never gotten hurt, Welby. Have you?
No. Well, I mean, I was on fire at one point.
Right.
But, I'm fine, usually.
Maybe you should have it then.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, maybe Sam, if you want to hold on to the scrolls and...
I mean, I don't mind holding on to it. I don't know if they'll burn if we fight more fire elementals, but I'll try and put them somewhere safe.
That'd be pretty whack.
I'm pretty sure you've seen your mom mistreat scrolls in the most egregious manner, and they'll survive because they're magical items until they're used.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just store them in my pack.
Okay.
And that was a spell scroll of infestation, spare the dying, and...
It was just those two, spare the dying and infestation.
Yeah.
I can already cast spare the dying, so maybe we want to sell this, or...
I'll also point out that infestation is a druid spell and not a cleric spell.
Yeah.
So to Sam, it's an unintelligible scroll.
Oh, I see.
Kai, do you want the scroll, or should we sell it?
I mean,
we could sell both of
can't
them.
really read. So
That's
let me take a look at
right.
it. Maybe I can. Maybe there's some kind of weird magic shit. Maybe I can.
I mean,
picks up the
to me-
scroll and.
Yeah. To me, it looks like just
And I
scribble
read-
scrabbles.
I mean, if I look at the rules for using a scroll, it doesn't say you have to be able to read. It just says you have to be able to cast a spell. So yeah, I think you.
It's like more of a
you
feeling.
feel how this works.
How do you feel when you read this?
Is the
It's really
infestation
good.
scroll just the sound of bugs crawling across
Yes.
paper?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And
Oh
it is
right, this one is really horrible.
It is the sound of flies buzzing and the feeling of fleas crawling on your body.
Ooh.
I know that's meant to be creepy, but Kai slept outside a lot of times.
Oh no, that's
That's
perfect.
just
Normal
waking
Tuesday
up.
night.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
boy.
fleas are just whenever someone needs to dip you again, basically.
No, I don't want to.
Oh.
It's all fine. So where are you going?
Okay.
What's the plan?
Well, I think the shops are closed, so we should probably tuck in for the night.
Tuck in for the night, and then we want to see if that pet shop will buy the baby mimic, because, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then we could sell this spell scroll. I'll pull out the one of Spare the Dying.
Okay.
Where do we sell where do we sell spell scroll? I mean, no, this entire town's magic. Somebody's gonna buy it.
Yeah, I mean, someone's gonna find a use for it.
I'm sure. This is the most magical town. I don't know why we should ever leave it. I'm kidding. I am kidding. I know we have places to be. I'm sorry. That was a joke.
What?
Or was it?
It's
Huh?
not a good joke. It's
sorry.
not a good joke.
I'm sorry. I tried. Just
Speaking
trying
of,
out that humor thing.
I tried. It doesn't work. Speaking of weird things that we still need to do, so tomorrow I'm gonna try and do a thing to. You're all frozen. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and do a thing to try and help. I think. Can I have somebody with me who's? Because I don't know if I really want to trust that elf lady. She's a bit weird.
Well, that sounds like a job for either Pris or Welby.
Somebody who can
We
like
could all
talk
go.
to people.
I mean, I'm happy, of course, to help Kai.
All right,
And
thanks. That's good.
Yeah, I'm not very good with judging people's character. I look dead at Kai.
Ouch!
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
So they started saying something and then they immediately stopped.
And then after a long pause, after all, I did get robbed by a child today.
Fair. That's a good point.
I looks very
I mean,
confused.
I thought we told you that story.
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
you did tell me. I think there's a lot of conversation going on that's flying in my head right now.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we should go back to the tavern. I'm going to start walking that way.
That was right there, but okay. Yeah.
Oh, are we already there?
I thought
Yeah,
so.
it's like a bunch of cats
Yeah.
around. You didn't notice because you
Oh,
always have
yeah,
cats
there's
around.
a lot of
always cats
cats.
around, Sam.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh.
Do you want to? They're saying very weird things.
What are the cats saying?
they're really weird things. Like we have a TOS to mind here.
Okay.
These are some funky cats.
I mean, these cats.
It
Kai's
is that
entire
time of
sex
the
ed
night.
I'm just
comes from
saying,
cats.
these cats know how to have a good time, and it's all copyrighted.
Jellicle cats, I see.
Oh my god.
Some of them are singing off key, moving a little weirdly.
Singing the song of their people.
Definitely. Yep. Anyway, is there anything else anyone needs to do before we fast forward until the following morning?
Nope.
Nope.
I think we're good.
Cool. The following morning. Dun, dun, dun,
Ta-da!
dun.
Wait, we need a sleeping montage.
It is the most boring montage in the history of
Yep.
boring montages.
It's about 45 minutes long.
Yep. And it's just people drooling on themselves. Perfect.
Yeah.
I could use a sleeping montage actually.
I know.
In case
We
people
shall
are
now
like,
next
all-
sleeping.
my entire cast is tired. But you're all rudely awakened by room service because you paid for meals to be complimentary to your rooms, and
This is
they
the
do room
best town
service.
ever.
So there is cute little small-sized mice that are just like they knock in the sense that, you know, it doesn't matter if you answer, and if you do, it doesn't matter what you say. They're already opening the door while knocking. Scurry in, put the bed tray next to your bed, open all the curtains, open all the windows. Good morning, travelers! It is a beautiful sunshine day. The water temperature is perfect should you decide to go swimming, and the approved list of inns has been updated. Please review before going outside after dark. If you require anything else, we'll be at the front desk as always. It's a
When
different
is that?
mouseling than the one you saw previously. It's kind of a
Thank
chubby
you.
one, and it's just the perkiest thing you've ever seen. Which is saying a lot, considering you've been adventuring for a while with me as your DM.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you. Pris puzzles up and is super happy to be up and awake and everything like that. She's used to getting up early for various and sundry reasons.
Beautiful.
What food did they bring?
It is a full, what we humans in this world would call English breakfast. There's mushrooms, there's baked beans and tomato sauce, toast, bacon, sausages, eggs. Choice?
Rude.
Why?
Because I don't have a real breakfast, that's why.
Oh, poor baby. There is kind of a mystery juice, like you'd expect, like an orange type juice, but this one's green. But there's also something that closely resembles coffee.
Closely resembles coffee.
That sounds very ominous.
Warm brown morning potion.
Drink
My
something
favorite.
that's not quite
My favorite.
Warm bean juice.
I
I
mean,
love warm bean juice.
yes.
Yeah. Sam will dig in.
Definitely. Picking out those mushrooms.
I mean,
So,
Avoiding
question: when would this be? Because I remember that the thing was incredibly early in the morning, like 5:30,
Well-
4:30, something.
I kind of assumed Kai would have mentioned at the desk that they needed either like a wake up, like, or a breakfast super early, which then the mouselings would expand to your entire group. So 4:30ish, because you have to be at the guild hall at 5.
I hate this. 4:30.
That is too
And when they
early.
say it's
Yeah.
a beautiful morning, they mean
What
it,
time
there's
did we
like
go to
a
bed?
single sun ray peeking over the horizon.
Did we get a solid 8 hours?
You did. Nope. I
Okay.
mean,
8 hours,
you did,
please. I only need 4.
You did afternoon. You did bath. You ate at the brew pub, and then you like went to bed at 8. You got 12 hours. No,
Oh,
that's not true.
okay,
You
yeah.
got
Then I
more
would have
than
just
enough
eaten the
hours.
food when it got brought, and I would have been like, all right, today's gonna be a day.
Let's go.
So Kai has been awake since 2 a.m.
Yep.
Just walking through the, probably like driving the other occupants incredibly crazy.
The mouselings were a little nervous. They offered you food or tea or assistance roughly every 2 minutes. The cats are all just.
Then they
judging
do
you
have reason to
harshly.
be nervous.
The cats are all judging you harshly.
It's fine, it's
Apart from
fine.
the ones that are trying to get into Sam's room. Like they're taking
No, all of
shifts
them.
getting into Sam's
Oh,
room.
okay.
Oh no.
So it's exactly like 4 o'clock. The once the mice open Pris's room, I guess Cal would kind of be peeking in already, fully clothed and everything. So are you good to go?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I maybe slept a little longer than I meant to. Oh yes, I'm ready.
You look very tired, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's sort of how I always look a little bit. It's the librarian thing. We're always perpetually
Oh, all right.
exhausted. Yeah. I'm ready.
I too would be. I mean, all these books must be really fucking exhausting.
Well, you know, you just stay up late and suddenly you're just like one more chapter, that's all, and suddenly it's much later than you expect. But that's, you know.
Definitely. Right, let's go.
Okay. I'm following you. Where are we going? We're going to the cafe?
To the guild's
Okay.
thing. Guild thingy.
Great.
I've got directions.
Perfect. Head that way.
Hey, which guild are y'all going to?
The Architects Guild, I think, or the.
No.
The guild artisans.
He's going to the crafting section, and he has a meeting with Astley, who is a master smith.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yes, that.
okay.
Yes, that.
I think I definitely want to join. I believe I was told that they might know who made the necklace.
Oh,
Oh.
right. Yeah.
They could look
Or the
for a
locket.
maker's mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's perfect. Yes.
True.
If we would
Typical
definitely
Sam
remember to
fashion.
bring.
Sam is not going.
That's fair.
Everybody's leaving Sam.
Yeah, Sam has his own agenda today.
Of
To
course
be
he
fair,
does.
It's not like you ever split the party and forced me to deal with all of you separately or anything. It's
No.
fine. Frisk, Kai, and Welby, unless there's any particular conversations you're dying to have on the way over,
Not really.
then I'm happy to say that you find this guild potentially with a little intervention and asking passerbys, but in general, it's a very large building pretty much in the center of town. It's kind of hard to miss.
Mhm.
You're directed to where Astley is waiting. She did indeed book a little office for you because she wanted a little meeting room to discuss your plans. And she's sitting there. She actually has some plans, some blueprints. And she just looks super excited to be able to get back into smithing because she, you remember, your characters remember, she paused her own business to help Kirsa run the bakery when everything went to shit.
Right.
Which is why you were hired to deal with all of these backlog deliveries. And she already smells faintly like smoke and a forge, and she's just raring to go.
Oh, I'm excited to see you work.
Oh, I can't wait to get back into this. I'm so sick of doing the books.
Yeah. So do you just smith or do you also enchant stuff?
I smith, and occasionally the things I make are magical. Depending on what I'm making, I can do some of the enchantments myself, but we also have quite a network of people that can assist me in casting spells at the correct time to make sure what I'm making has the properties I desire.
Okay. Do these people need to know why they're making stuff?
Depends on what we're making.
Kai is throwing a look at Pris, being like, help me. I don't know what to say.
What are we? I mean, I forget what we are making. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm trying to. Can you give us a minute?
Yeah. What? So,
Sure, I'll go check on my apprentices.
of course.
All right. So I'm trying to do. I was thinking. So magic, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. And I thought
Sure.
if I used my own magic to make sure that something would be, against me, that would be good, right? For stopping Wolfie purposes. But the thing is, my magic is nature,
Right.
and
So
she's a metal worker. So I
you're
thought,
trying. Uh-huh.
and they pull out the metal flower circlet thingy. And that's exactly where my thought stops, because I have no idea how to formulate what I'm thinking.
So you are hoping that this we can make it so that this flower thing, or have her help make something that keeps you from going all like grr.
I don't think that's possible because Moon.
Or at least
But
makes you
I've-
less powerful as grr.
I was thinking more something physical, something that when I go, good, that it then just stops me.
Like kills you?
What? No, that's not
Like-
the idea. I mean, I guess.
Like a muzzle or something?
They look incredibly displeased with that proposition. I guess.
Or like a leash or a collar situation?
Pretty getting weird again.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of what would help.
Have we tried chaining yourself to a tree?
That wouldn't work.
I don't know how that much is much better, but than what I said, but okay.
I believe you just said the same thing, really.
Right, yeah,
You're kind
yeah.
of wandering along the same train. I mean, I guess if it's just the thing that wouldn't work because I can cast spells when I'm wolf, and I'm quite a lot more when So just a chain wouldn't cut it
Okay.
because I would cut it. I think.
I
Or break it.
Well, I mean, okay. We can talk to Ashley and see if maybe they have ideas about how. Well, so they've had werewolves in this town before.
They had. I
Well,
thought
we
they'd
saw-
just heard of them.
Oh, they just heard of them. Well, okay, so maybe they know of something to control a wild animal.
That's not how it works. If it's mental, I can probably break it because, first of all, I don't like being controlled, so I'm actually quite good at not being controlled. And second of all, werewolf bullshit.
Something that's metal and magic.
I was thinking silver
Silver and magic. Okay.
and my magic, so it stops specifically me.
Okay, I understand.
If that
Because
doesn't,
it's too late for me, but Sam can still.
Right. Right.
if they can do that, maybe you should try and find the party wolves. They might know how to deal with it.
I really don't want to find any other werewolves. I really don't, because I have no idea what will happen.
That's fair.
Have you talked to anyone else about the werewolf stuff?
No, I haven't. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make here, because I'm trying to decide how much to tell her so she can help me. But
know,
then again, also
But like maybe
there's
there's
a lot of metal
people,
around here.
maybe there's people experienced with it who could guide you into dealing with it.
If you find them, tell me. I don't think they exist.
I mean, we saw them, but we can ask Astley for some help in that regard, or at least if they have any ideas, at least not without saying too much. But I think we can ask them to.
The thing is, they're kind of smart, right? So if I
Right.
ask for a silver thing that targets me specifically and is able to go off when I don't want it to, that kind of narrows it down a lot. And I don't think I'm a vampire, so
Maybe you just
Well,
need
Yeah.
to tell them everything so that they know exactly what they're trying to do and don't.
that's what I'm fearing. But I don't know if they're just going to turn around and lob me head off.
Well, we'll just have to knock their head off if they try that. Wellby and I can take them.
Maybe don't. No, it's not loud. Can I kind of look around how many people just said that?
Yeah, so this meeting room, it's not
It's okay.
particularly well insulated. Also, Ashley left the door open when they left. So there are a few looks being thrown your way. The ones looking most concerned and holding the handholds of their axes are some burly dwarfs nearby.
It was a joke. Do you really
Statues.
think? I mean,
We're talking about statues.
also, have you seen me?
There's a lot of dirty looks,
Right.
but yeah. You get the feeling Ashley's
I moved to-
pretty well loved here.
I moved to close the door.
You close the door. Beautiful.
All right. So, I don't know. Should we? I don't.
I
That's
feel
kind of-
I feel like in order to get what we need, we're just gonna have to be honest about it.
Shit.
I know.
Can you? Oh, if shit goes wrong,
Fucking
can you?
adventurers. We have to be honest. Shit.
Can you like do some? They're looking at Welby right now. Can you do some mind fuckery if it goes wrong.
I can maybe ask someone to. But I don't know if you want that.
Who's someone? Shut up, someone. Welcome to Uncaged.
I've just really missed you guys.
1 week. 1 week, and this is what we come to. What have we become?
I mean, what we were always meant to
The
be.
people we were meant to
The
be.
hope of Athenwin.
What a hose.
Whoa.
Who is someone?
I bet if we kept chanting Woolaho, that Anik won't stop laughing.
Fuck you, name. I was doing so well.
You really Next up, the weather.
Sorry. I'll just
Deep
mute
breaths
I'll mute
in,
myself when you
out,
keep going.
in,
I'm
out.
not really here.
Maybe. I'm sure some of us have met them, but I don't think it's a good idea to talk to them. So it's best not to get into that.
I still don't know who someone is. Because I've got like a very, very small idea of who it is you're talking about. And I don't like it. Is it the Fey bastard?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I'll be talking about.
That's a really stupid idea. Like on the
But if it's an emergency,
We've all had stupid ideas. But on the
Yes.
scale of stupid ideas we've had, that's like the second worst.
I mean, they helped when the night that all that happened to Sam.
Yeah.
What? That's not. That
I
wasn't helping.
I mean, what would have happened if I didn't ask the help, though?
It was something else, something worse. I mean, what? The help was worse than what would have happened for Sam, I think.
Oh,
What did?
well.
Wait a moment.
So it's been about a minute. My apprentices are done.
What, can we have another minute?
I think
This is kind of
At
important,
some
right?
point,
No,
I'm gonna have
wait.
to start paying for this meeting room.
I think we should.
We had a minute.
We can talk about what happened later. We should probably check in with. We should probably at least get Astley's opinion on this.
All right, but one more thing. They turn to where we. What did they want? Because I don't know a lot about that shit, but I know they don't do favors without anything in return.
Oh, I don't know yet.
Can I make an insight check?
I mean, sure. Wild, roll either diplomacy or deception, depending.
Diplomacy?
On if you're being truthful. I played
Persuasion?
half- 2 weeks. Persuasion.
Uh,
I play a lot of different systems. Okay, D&D is just a small part of my life.
Is it persuasion or deception?
Yes, depending on if you're truthful or not. Don't tell us which. Just tell us the number in the end.
You're both the same. So
You have to roll really badly because I rolled a natural 1, which brings me to a 4.
Beautiful.
I mean, even if I rolled a natural 1, I'd still roll higher than that.
Okay, fine. I mean, it makes sense.
So,
because
18?
Kai's just... Yeah, okay, fair enough. So Kai just... Yeah, no, Welby does things that he doesn't know a
Doesn't
lot
know?
of times. That
I mean,
makes sense.
that's very in character.
Magic beans. Magic beans. If
I
history has
can't
taught them
believe that my
anything.
mess about your name has to be approved by the moderators. That's
Yep, I know.
that's
it
what
does.
you did.
Well, you're the one who shortened it. So
Technically, you're the one who shortened it.
that's true. Okay, so can we discuss this a little bit later since we're here on important business?
Fair enough. I
So
just wanted to know.
So Ashley, I believe what Kai is looking for is
Ashley comes into the room because
Oh yeah.
was still politely waiting
right.
outside.
Thank you, Ashley. Sorry to keep you
Some people in
waiting.
this word have actual manners.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Well, so what Kai's looking for is Kai. They have a little bit of a problem, and they're looking for
Just
something
one.
to.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Yes.
They're looking for something to. Well, sometimes they change.
I'm a werewolf.
Yes, they're a werewolf, and we're trying to get it. We're trying to fix it. We're trying to help, but in the meantime, it's taking us a little bit longer than we expected.
All right. So you're not with one of the clans, right?
The what?
The what?
Duly noted. So are we thinking?
No. Wait. We're not glossing past that. What did you just say?
I asked if you were with one of the clans, but the clans would never ask for what you're asking for. So it was a dumb question. I apologize. We'll talk about your project.
Could you?
There's clans?
Please tell me something about what you just mentioned.
Look, nearby, we have people who live in clans because they're all werewolves, and they run around, like, as werewolves, and they eat animals and shit.
Do they eat people?
No.
Never?
I mean, no. Unless one of them goes rogue, but then the clan kills the rogue. But in general, no.
Interesting.
Like,
Okay,
they don't
Ollie,
live
just sit
in town. Like, we don't have, like, beach wolves. But sometimes they come to town to do, like, a pub crawl. I think they were here this week at some point.
Do the people
They're the
know
ones that we saw wearing. Do they wear hats when they do this?
I mean, not normally, but I guess if they were having a party.
Fair.
They
Okay.
wear fun hats.
We may have seen
Why
them.
wouldn't a werewolf wear a fun hat when they're having fun? That sounds very judgmental, just asking that question.
Well,
The thing
Kai,
is,
this is
though,
good
like,
news.
They're usually, I mean, getting to a clan can be a little tricky, so we can still do what you're looking for while you do other things. Have you eaten a person? Is that what I'm getting from this? Because if you ate a
Not
person,
yet.
you should probably, like, turn yourself into the guard or something.
No, Kai has never eaten a person.
Okay,
No.
Right?
fair.
Kai, you've never eaten anyone?
Kai has not
Well-
eaten a person.
I mean, I guess animals are people too.
Right, Kai? Well,
No, not as a werewolf. And not as something else.
Disturbing distinction. Very disturbing distinction.
I can talk to animals. It's quite... Actually, most people are just stupid animals. And that's honestly saying quite a lot.
so
Right.
So talking to the clan is a good idea, but also if you have if this is something that you've come up with before, or if you know of something that might help Kai.
So are we saying we're making something to prevent the transition into a werewolf? Are we looking at once you're a werewolf you behave better, or you're stuck in place, or?
Can you do that last one? No, the one before that, the one with the.
Can you do
I
something
don't go
about
completely nuts.
I mean, it's a form of transformation, right? We've done
No, I mean the one where I don't go nuts.
No, you don't go nuts. I mean, you wouldn't be a wolf. You'd stay you.
Oh. Alright.
I can't, it's very difficult to make you a wolf and not let you go nuts. We can make you go to wolf and then stay put. Or
But
we
is
can
it
try
possible?
and go for the... Well, yes, it's tricky. There's... I mean, we use silver and the rowan tree, bits of wood, someone to cast a binding spell.
Are there side effects?
Sounds expensive.
I mean, I don't... Other than being stuck for several hours, being entirely unpleasant, it's not a side effect, it's the benefit, but it sounds horrible to me.
I feel like that's not all that different for Kai. It was a joke.
I'm not going to ask. Expensive. I mean, if you get the materials. I mean, if you gather the materials yourself, it's doable. If you go to a magic shop and you buy them and you tell them it's for a fancy project, they're gonna overcharge you.
Right. Okay.
So what's easier? Stop me from turning into one, or just stop me, period?
Stop you, period. Like, that's just like an extended binding whole monster planar binding mix. Preventing a transformation.
I've no idea what you just said.
Fine. Preventing a transformation is very difficult. Keeping you put.
Okay, but is it safe? Like, is it completely 100% safe that I can't break out of that? Because in addition to being a werewolf, I'm also like a magic person.
Yes, but there'd be like it won't work. It'll work. I think it will work about once a month. It'll only work during the moon, so you can't just use it willy nilly or on other people or.
That's the idea.
Yeah. We'll also need some of your blood and tune it to you.
I can do that. Wait, you're not like a hag or something, right? You're not evil.
No and no.
Okay. It's a no.
I don't think I've ever been called a hag before. Nope. Wait, that's wrong.
Come on, you're asking for me blood.
No, my mother-in-law called me a hag. That's fair. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to have to drop some blueprints because I never work without a plan.
I can't draw, but fine.
I will draw up the blueprints because I never work without a plan. You get to gather the materials because I'm making this for you, and you seem nice enough, and you got me out of that bakery. And then I'll need your help in making it since we're tuning it to you.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, if we make this, can I just... What if I just cast magic so that it isn't magic anymore? Does that work? Does that be kind of stupid if it captures me and I can just make it go away?
Well, you wouldn't be able to cast on it, but if someone else dispels it, that will work. But you wouldn't be able to cast on it. That's why we need so much of your blood. Did I say much of your blood?
So much.
It's
That's
relative. It's
how
relative.
much.
It's very relative.
Honestly, I'm not that scared of the blood thing. I'm more scared of something going wrong. But okay, yeah.
Like your magic won't work on it, but if someone else dispels it, it can be broken. Like if I'm a smith. I'm not at the level where I make legendary artifacts. I'm helping you make a magical item.
That's okay.
That's
If you want legendary artifacts, you're going to have to move about 9 towns over and start saving and pray.
hasn't worked out that well for us, really.
then you're stuck with me.
Yeah, prayer has seemed to
Honestly,
be more
from the sounds of it-
destructive for us.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, that's perfect. That's everything I wanted.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so what
amazing
do-
how that works.
Silver and
Silver,
trees.
piece of wood from a rowan tree.
A piece of a rowan tree.
How much silver do we need?
Silver, I mean, depends on how pure it is, but about 500 grams. The purer, the better.
All right, I've had to say that in gold pieces.
But that depends on how pure it is.
How pure do we need?
Because we want it as pure as possible, but if the ones you buy with gold pieces in exchange for silver pieces are not pure, because then it's too soft to use. So just get really pure refined silver.
Okay.
All right. And like a shitload of my blood.
A shitload of your blood. I'll have to check, because I only know one person who knows planar binding. I know someone who can cast Hold Monster without issue. If you know anyone who can cast planar binding, that would be super helpful.
Do we know anyone? I still don't know what that is. I assume it's a spell.
I can
It's
ask
a
someone
magic
if they
spell.
know. I can ask
Welby, do
someone
you?
if I can ask someone if they know, but I don't know.
Wait, is this the
people.
same someone?
Yes.
No.
No. Okay, we really need to talk about this later.
But yeah, that kind of covers it, and then the actual crafting takes a while.
Okay.
How
I
long?
already have all the tools.
How long does it take?
Well, getting the wood and the silver together is very quickly. The spell casting also pretty quick, about 24 seconds. It's the soaking it in your blood that takes a little bit. But that's also the step where we can like really refine what we're making.
Okay, so if we're talking in before or after the next full moon.
Oh, before, if you're quick enough with getting me the stuff. Like, if
Oh,
you give me
thank
the stuff
fuck.
on the day of the next full moon, it's gonna be too late. Like, it's gonna take me 3 or 4 days. After you get me all
Sounds
the stuff.
absolutely amazing.
After you get me all the stuff. Like, time starts ticking when I get all the stuff.
Okay.
Well, and
So
that'll
do you need
give
my
us
blood
time.
now or later? sorry.
Probably late. I think fresh is... I don't do a lot of blood magic, but I'm assuming fresh is better? I'll check. I'll ask.
Alright.
Let's assume fresh for now.
Do you have a silver dagger here? Because that might be... Because, you know, I don't want to, like, hack into more
No, I
silver
don't
over and over
usually
again.
work with silver. It's too soft for my liking, but... We'll
I mean... okay, yeah, fine.
I'm actually kind of excited. I don't think I've ever made anything like this before. And she just starts... She's grabbed a blank piece of paper and she's sketching all these cool looking collars. Some of them spiky, and she goes, no, wait. No, too standard. And she goes back and draws something
She's
much
just a
prettier.
fashion designer in
Right.
disguise.
I
So,
mean, she has opinions.
well, okay, so we have our list of things that we need to find, or people that we need to talk to, or at least try and find. But Welby, you had something you wanted to do here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'm bringing out the locket, and I'm like, I think you said you could help me find the master mark, so we can find out.
Right, yes,
Who
no,
this
I was going
belongs
to
to?
find someone to help you find the master mark, because I don't usually do jewelry. I mean, if you feel comfortable leaving it with me, I can inquire.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Hand over the locket.
She takes it and she puts it aside. I see everyone at lunch. I'll ask around.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I think, and if we wanted to maybe go talk to these clans, these werewolf clans.
Again, they don't live in this town. They just come here to party, so...
Okay.
Okay, but kind of where are they then, and how long away are they?
They usually complain about their feet hurting because they have to run really far, so at least a few days out.
Okay.
I think they're up near Octodaruda.
Okay.
Wasn't that what
Well,
we're
that's
going?
I think so.
Isn't this your quest, Kai?
No, the quest was Octavius, I think. Yeah, Octavius something.
Oh, okay.
It started with an O and it had an E.
Octodurus Township is your question.
Oh.
Octavius.
Sure. Why take notes?
I have it somewhere. I just didn't look at them.
Your quest is to Octorudus Township.
Okay.
Oh. To
Well
Rufus,
then.
okay.
Oh, I do actually have that written down
Yeah.
on the previous page. Great. Well. Well, that's good to know that they have. Well, we're headed in that direction eventually, anyway.
Yeah.
And we're only a couple days away from there. Apparently, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, if you stay on the road, it's not bad.
That might be a problem for
Bad
us, but we'll try.
experiences. Yeah, we didn't really.
We'll try real hard.
I mean, I would have assumed following the road wasn't easy, but good.
You'd think you'd really fucking think so.
I'd really.
You would
fucking
think so.
So let me know when you have your items
Okay.
and things.
Yes. So,
Is there anything else? I have a forge and other. Looks-wise, are we thinking elven, dwarven, cubist?
I'm sorry, what?
I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
I think you're saying something
go for something.
we can put a leash on. Is that what you were saying, Pris?
What?
You're saying like something we could put a leash on? Isn't that what you were suggesting?
Oh.
I mean, the whole point is that they wouldn't be able to move, so you would need a leash. Also, I charge extra for kink.
I know. Oh no.
I'm confused.
No. Astley, I feel like has a better idea. I defer to the Smith on these sorts of plans. Really, it doesn't need to be anything. Don't worry about it.
I'll keep sketching.
I've no idea what just happened. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.
But
Oh, thanks.
But maybe Kai,
I
for
mean, there
Kai
will be
something
some-
nature-based aesthetically, something.
There will be some payment. I never said it was entirely free. I said it wasn't.
Right,
What's the
payment.
If you bring all the items.
Also, you told me you'd help me.
I am helping you, but the person who's going to cast one of the spells needs to be paid.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at about 500 gold pieces, and that's a deal. I mean,
yeah, no, that's a very good deal. We just for my okay.
I mean, we got the scrolls, right?
We did. We could sell those, and don't we have gems?
Something. I mean, I was gonna say, I mean, we don't have to, but I think we really do fucking need to. This is not like a luxury expense. I really don't want to be mauling anybody.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't.
yeah.
Right, I don't want to.
Shut up, someone. The god of this world is named Someone. It's canon.
Yeah, well, we have
We need to
have
tell
those.
Sam, right?
Yeah, we do. We should go find Sam. Oh, but also pay first for the. Is there like an
I'm
upfront
with,
cost?
I'm alright with like a half upfront, half after kind of deal.
Do we have to?
Of about 116.
I want to help contribute, but I think Pris is dead. Oh no, I've got money.
You have 118,
Do you-
I think.
Buy
I have-
scrolls?
I have 128 apparently.
I mean, you haven't gone shopping yet.
It's true. Well, I can throw in 100 for the upfront cost, Kai.
Right, so that's 260. That's half of 500. Right?
250 is half of 500.
Oh, fuck you, I grew up in the woods.
It's true, Kai did.
That explains
Oh.
a lot.
Yeah, I know, doesn't it?
Not initially, but, you know. Point and you forgot how to count to, like, more than 50, when that's all the numbers you need.
You're right,
It's
duly
true.
noted.
For about 5-10 years.
In that
Anyway.
case, you don't mind if I count the money you're giving me, right?
I'm very smart. I'll make sure as well.
She's very smart.
Alright. Okay. I was gonna say, speaking of Sam, but I think now might be a good time to take like a quick 15-minute break and then come back and have Sam in the spotlight on his own for a little bit.
Sam's Adventure.
Oh, the shenanigans
meantime-
I will get into.
We go, and we're looking for Sam in the meantime.
Yes.
Well,
I'm sure it'll
So
be
I've got enough time to do pretty much everything I need before they find me.
I mean, I think I'm probably also going to do something separate from the group unless they want to join me.
Unless they want to join you. I think some people
It's
are
very loaded.
interested in babysitting you at this point, but we'll see that after break. How about we're back in 15 minutes?
The party has learned their lesson.
Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets.
Someday we'll be a
Eat
full party
people.
again.
One day you'll stick together. It's never
Nope.
gonna happen. It's
Never.
never
No.
gonna happen. No.
Not until one of us dies.
I've given up. It's fine. It just
One of
means
us dies,
some of
we'll
you-
either stick together or break apart
It
immediately.
just means some of
But
you
then we
have
get
to
new
sit here for
characters.
Welcome to our Oh, baby, I love your madness. Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, Open for Adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Yes, you do, because we're live.
Welcome back, everybody. I was not threatening. I was threatening Sam. It's fine. Get used to it. Leaving the T-Wars behind us. As I joke
I was actually going to ask Lady Dame if it was being sponsored by Dryad Tea, but then I realized that actually we are.
We are
in fact.
Are we being sponsored by Dryad Tea? Oh wait.
We don't have a commercial for them in the same way that we do with Camping.
Can we do a
Pleasure. Sounds
skit?
familiar.
Can we do like a skit thingy?
No.
Everything you do
Wow,
is a
I'm
skit.
so
Have you
parched with
watched
all
this?
these hydrates that chat are putting in while I play Samander. What would feel good on my sore throat after doing character voices for hours?
You know, I have something that'll help you. Dryad
Say
tea.
what? Say what? Dryad tea? What's that?
I don't know the whole spiel for Dryad tea, but they're a nerdy tea company that makes fabulous teas that help keep your throat lubricated through the longest of roleplay sessions. Also, they sponsor us. There's a link in the thing. You can actually get 10% off. But I just got my
So
Dryad tea
defeated.
order, and I'm so excited.
I will point out to you
Gee
that I am
whiz.
plenty lubricated and I don't need any assistance.
I also got a tea bat from Dryad tea. Everything is look how cute this bat. Okay, anyways.
Gee whiz, I
of-
can't wait to get some. There,
Beautiful.
okay.
Speaking of sponsors and people who give us money so we can do this shit, let's do the warm fuzzies.
Oh,
Wait,
hey,
are we
we're
doing
doing it
those at
early
the end?
today.
Hey,
Yes, we
what
are. I
fuzzies?
clicked the link and I remembered.
Everything's different.
I just
I don't know
love
what's
how
happening.
Anik is just posting in chat that she's an actual hell. Is that what you think Wolaho is? Do you think the Wanderers of Love and Hope are a joke to you?
Anik
No,
hates
they're
us.
demons.
It's
They're
fine.
actual demons.
We're not trapped in here with you, Anik. You're trapped in here with us.
It's true.
Wolaho's not just a party, it's a philosophy.
Wow.
At least you all show up every week.
You. Well,
There's so much in that sentence. Oh,
Wow.
come on.
Tell me more about these warm fuzzies.
I was gonna say, let's just do proper order. One of our favorite persons ever, Bill Chavez.
But
Those
Chavez,
Chavez.
OG over
Yay.
He's been here forever, yay.
This will surprise absolutely nobody. It's Christina.
Christine.
Christina.
Nearly threw away my yes card.
Oh,
Yes!
I forgot which one I did last, so let's
Deborah.
Deborah, let's just 50-50
Deborah.
this. Deborah! At some point, Deborah, DM me and let me know where the...
It's actually Deborah.
That
Deborah.
would be so cool. Deborah!
Deborah.
Okay,
Deborah.
anyway, I think I can pronounce the next one. L Street Gaming.
Street
Gaming.
Bill Street.
Gaming.
Pretty sure we got this one as well. Rico.
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 And last but certainly not least, one of my personal favorites, Strix. One of my favorites because of who they are and what they do, and not because of their name, because I have a lisp and this is killing me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
So it is actually favoritism.
it is, it really is. Anywho, speaking of Sam,
Who?
fuck you been up to?
So, I woke up in the morning and ate my breakfast. I then proceeded to say, no, I'm not going with you to do whatever bullshit you're doing,
Uh-huh.
to the rest of the party. And Sam wandered down to the tavern that also has a giant collaboration of temples.
Okay. Yes, the temples do all have a brew pub. This is accurate.
Yep, this is accurate. And I want to go there and I want to find a priest. And I
Holy,
would like...
no. You go there and there is nothing but priests. You are
Perfect.
tripping on priests. Pick your
Wonderful. So I will ask all of them
favorite. All of
and
them.
point
How
to the
long do
symbol
you
and
have?
say, do you happen to know which god this belongs to?
The sun symbol that has appeared on your beautiful dress, or the lark symbol that has appeared on your beautiful... Sorry,
The sun.
vestments. It's not a dress. It's not a dress.
It's a-
Vestments.
It is a vestment.
Of
And
course
and
it
I am
is.
specifically pointing to the sun.
All right. You are directed towards the temple Well, he goes by several names. He's pretty well known in several pantheons, so you can pick which um, name you would prefer for this god. Some just call him the Sun. Some call him Heliod. Some call him Lathander.
I'll go with Lathander because
Amantor, Anam, Surtur.
we'll go with Montor.
Go Amantor. All right.
And I would like to maybe buy a religious book of Amontor for dummies if they have one that I can peruse.
Sure. Yeah. No. You can get Amontorism for dummies. It's 2 silver.
Yeah, I'll fork over the 2 silver and
soft cover, hard covers extra.
yeah, no, I just need I'm gonna skim.
Okay. So Amontor is considered like he has it's one of the names of the sun god. It's like, as with gods, there's a lot of titles. The Yellow God, Keeper of Eternal Sun, Keeper of the Golden Sun, Light of the Law. He is considered a very lawful deity. Also has ties to things to do with time. Usually liked by like rulers that aren't necessarily bad people, powerful wizards. Yeah, I mean, usually depicted male, usually wearing either a gown or a gown with like a belt that's the size of your face. Sorry, some of the druids nearby are having a thing, apparently.
Yeah, it's a barbecue. I smelled it coming in.
It's a good time. It's a good time. Depending on which of the statues you go with, he's either carrying this huge glowing sort of like, I don't think it's actually called a bident. What's a trident when it has 2 prongs? Is it a bident? I don't think
fork?
that's a word. What's it called? You English-speaking people. I'm Dutch.
It is called a bident.
It cannot be a bident. I'm sorry.
It is a bident. I googled it.
Jesus. Apparently, he occasionally carries a bident, but he's also depicted with like a mace, a scepter, a legal tome.
Are there any clerics of his at this temple?
A lot of them are doing maintenance and like cleaning. You can read a plaque nearby that states that their times of worship are sunrise and sunset.
I mean, it's 5 o'clock, so I'm pretty much there at the right time.
No, the sun's already risen.
Oh, in which case...
Just finished. And the next one, well, it's like sunrise, sunset, and like zenith, which the actual time varies because they just go by the sun.
That's fair. Well, I will issue a prayer.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I found out your name. I still don't know what you want from me. But I'm here.
As you're giving this prayer, despite the fact that the sun is already up, you notice that a sun ray simply illuminates the area around you.
And I'm going to cast Remove Curse on myself.
Alright.
At the most solidified place I know.
Alright. You know what? Instead of 2 d20s, roll 2 d20s.
Okay. And add my spellcasting, or?
Your level.
Okay, add my level.
Yeah, and just give me the highest one.
Okay, that is a 18 plus 6, so 24?
24. I'm assuming you're aiming this at your curse of like HP. You feel distinctly less wolfish. Very light.
I will look up. look at my arm, and I imagine it when I press my hand against it, like light pulls from the sun ray onto like the tips of my fingers as I like press it on. As I pull it away, you see like the wisps of whatever fey magic might have been there, maybe.
There was some fey magic, also just some natural magic, or like
Yeah.
the curse. But there was definitely a slight fey tinge that was helping it to remain rooted.
Yeah, and I will pull it away.
Bluish.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not good at praying, apparently. I don't know where I'm going or what you want me to do, but if you're willing to put faith in me that I will do the right thing or do what needs to be done, then you would know better than I. I suppose I'll just have faith. And I will get up and head to go sell this mimic and the scrolls.
I'm kind of waiting for the druids to finish this particular part of their party. Apparently someone cheated, and it's just this big kerfuffle in the background right now. It's kind of messy. Where do you go to sell this beautiful mimic?
I'm going to the exotic pet store that was pointed out by the bakery.
All right. You go to this lovely exotic pet store. It's several floors. Part of it's on fire. No one seems concerned about this. Things are flying in and out. Some more corporeal than others. And it literally just says exotic pet store on the window, with a little sign underneath that says does what it says.
I walk in. Hello. I'd like to.
It is loud inside. It's not. I don't know if you've ever been to like a pound full of animals, but it's a little bit like that. Only instead of cats and dogs, it's just
Everything.
most of the monster manual in some form.
Okay. So I will go up to the front desk if anyone's there, and
Okay.
I will just be yelling at this person at the front desk.
Yeah, you need to. Like, the druids are nothing compared to what's going on in here.
Hello. I would like to.
I'm sorry, what? It's very.
Yeah, it's very loud in here. I would like to sell a mimic.
Big one, small one?
Small one, baby.
Small mimic. Housebroken? Has it peed on you?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Do you take out the mimic to show them?
Yeah.
Okay. They go, okay. Looks healthy.
Needs a loving family.
Little hungry. Bit skinny.
I don't know anything about the mimics. I just thought this was the place that it might get the love and care and attention it needs to grow properly.
I mean, we're probably just gonna sell it.
That's why I'm selling it to you.
How much are you asking?
I don't know how much they would be worth. Is there anything that I could, like, look around the store quickly to, like, see what a generalized price would be?
Absolutely nothing has a price tag. Everything says price on request.
Well, I'm not sure. What do you think? And I'm gonna insight whatever they say.
I think 500's a good price.
All right. That's a 18 plus 7 for my insight skill.
Yep. They're probably giving you a fair deal right now.
Okay. 500 sounds great.
Cash, banker's note, gems.
Didn't we learn that they only deal like in gems here in the city?
They much prefer gems in this city. But everyone's always out of diamonds.
All right. The one thing that would have been good.
There's a lot of people having very unfortunate incidents in this fucking hellhole of a city.
Yeah. Gold is
Just the
fine.
Pub crawls alone, man. Bars or coins?
Coins.
All right. Go right to back. Come back with a sack of coins because that shit is
Heavy.
And this dwarf just sort of hoisted onto the desk. There you go. Please sign here, and you get this big contract that states that, you didn't come by this pet you're selling illegally, and if you did, you'll be held responsible for any and all charges that are incurred at blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I will literally, with witnesses, so the dwarf and them, cast Zone of Truth, and say I'm casting Zone of Truth, verbally say I did not come across this illegally.
Okay.
And sign.
Beautiful.
And then have them notarize that I was under a Zone of Truth when I said it.
A note is made at the bottom. With a note to the note stating that you're the one who cast Zone of Truth, so they don't know if you actually failed the resistance check on the Zone of Truth. So there's a note to the note with a note.
I mean, if they can cast it, they can cast it. Like, I'll still willingly fail.
Fair enough. They don't cast it. They're content with dealing with you after the fact if necessary.
Okay.
But you get a sack of gold coins.
Wonderful.
The little mimic is taken, not straight to a display case, but there's a little area where they're like assessed for health and temperament and marked.
Wonderful. While I'm here, do you know a place that would buy spell scrolls?
Are they good ones or are they shit ones? 'Cause the good ones the library will take. The shit ones, the kind of shit ones.
The one I can read is is Spare the Dying.
Oh, just out to one of the magic scrap stores.
Wonderful. Have a good afternoon and thank you for your help.
You too. As they're sort of ducking while a baby griffin dive bombs their hair.
Oh my gosh. I want a griffin, but I already have one problem child to deal with.
You haven't heard from Sir Wilfred in about 20 hours?
Yeah, I am telepathically communicating with Wilfred at various points of my day.
Okay. What are you sending to him?
I'm going here. I understand that you're living it up, but I would appreciate your company.
I'm not living it up. I'm fighting the capitalist bourgeoisie and their economists that are promoting the interest of the capitalist and the worker that are one and the same, and it's a lie!
Alright, I only have 1/3 level spell slot, so he's not getting a reply.
Duly noted.
But in my sending, I will say where I'm going. And say, like, be here.
So you're making him meet you at the magic scrap store?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Reconvening.
He's there. He's also wearing like a little beret and a little scarf. Somehow he got a dagger.
He doesn't even have opposable thumbs.
No, and yet here we are, and he's ranting to someone about the lie that is the established class and industrialization.
All right. Well, I'm going to sell some things.
Of course you are.
I mean, yes. How do you expect to change things if you don't hold the power?
But do you hold the power, or are you a mere pawn thinking you have the power? How do you know the difference?
I suppose the real answer is you should never question your lot in life, and you should just accept things at face value. And I go inside.
Fair enough. The magic scrap store also does what it says. Even though, like, the title is Magic Scrap Store, it is everything a low-level adventurer would wander into to get, like, their first magic item and their first little scroll.
Hello, hello. My name is...
Someone dives out from under the...
I would like to sell a spell scroll. I was told this was the place to...
only cheap ones. Only cheap
yeah,
ones.
this is just a, spare the dying?
180.
Deal.
Anything else?
I'd like to peruse your wares. Is there anything you would recommend for someone that has almost died a lot?
Healing potion?
I can heal. I can cast healing spells. I just still get hit a lot. Kind of got burned alive twice.
Oh, Ring of Fire
Almost eaten by a
resist?
swarm of rats.
Cloak of Protection? Ring of Protection. Ring of Fire resistance?
Maybe a ring of protection? Or
You're
Cloak of
asking,
Protection?
But I don't know your budget.
Well, my budget currently, I have 600, well, actually, now that I have to add the 180, let's see. 180, I currently have a budget of 500 gold?
Hang on.
10 pounds worth of gold.
Let me look up Ring of Protection in my document where I've priced out magical items because. Also, I seem to have lost my own music. Hang on, where are you like this? No, not the scary playlist, the regular playlist. Ring of Protection. Why isn't it highlighting on? I hate this document. It's very rude. Oh, because I opened it in Google Docs and now it's confused. Would you say this is a combat item?
It doesn't explicitly have combat abilities, but it might be because it's protective.
Isn't there like a nice alphabetical? I can just make it alphabetical now. Please hold while we do administrative things. Ring of. Oh, that's a lot of rings. That's fine. Ring of. 3,500 gold pieces.
That's significantly over my budget.
That is unfortunate.
Well, maybe I'll come across one in some lair somewhere.
Perhaps. If you go into enough layers, something good's bound to shake out.
That being said, as you are in the know-how, I assume, with adventuring, have you heard of any jobs or things of interest that I should be looking into?
I mean, there's always jobs. Depends on what you're looking for.
Well, adventuring jobs.
I take it you're considering high reward, low risk?
Yeah, that seems... Yeah, because the low-risk things usually end up being high-risk for us.
Oh, us. It's a...
Yeah, it's a group.
Party thing?
Yeah.
Party composition? Are we talking tank, melee, healer?
We're talking...
DPS.
Well, we have we have... One of my friends sings. One made a
Uh-huh.
deal with some terrible entity, and one is a werewolf and a druid. And then I guess I'm the tank healer.
Oh, you're the tank and the healer?
Yeah, and I get hit a lot.
That's not very optimized at all. That's a choice. I'll give you that much.
I mean, that's fair, but I don't have a way to either summon or make something stand in front of me.
Well, if you have a werewolf, they're usually, you can put those out in front. Druids in general, just sort of making something big and stand behind them. I mean, how do you feel about bars and pubs?
I was told explicitly stay with what's on the list or else you'll lose a year of your life.
I mean, the year is, malleable. It's not always a year, is what I'm saying. Anyway, there's a tavern that needs a hand, and because of the reputation local taverns have, they haven't had any assistance yet.
What's the name of the tavern?
Your DM is frantically looking that up because
Want me to make it up? I can give you a name.
I actually wrote it down and I can't find it because I'm all over the place. Because I also have the where Kai needs to go open. I can't find it. It's the worst. I'm sorry. I'm a bad DM.
No.
You have to live with it. Why can't I find it? It's in here somewhere. I think. I literally cannot find this. I'm so sorry. I mean, I already said it's not the lying, the lich, and the war zones, regardless of how much I love that. You know what? The name escapes me at the moment, but I can give you the location on a map.
That's perfect. I have a map that I got yesterday.
Yeah, X marks the spot. Okay.
Wonderful.
It'll come to me.
Wonderful. I will.
At some point.
No, I forget things all the time, honestly.
It's just there's a lot to remember. There's stats, there's party composition, there's background stories.
Oh, I completely get it. Have a wonderful day, and I will check that out, and I will walk out, and I'm going to get on my broom. I'm gonna put all my gold in my bag so it's got and can't easily be stolen.
Fair,
and
smart.
I'm gonna fly above the city to where the X on the map is to save time.
Beautiful. I'm still looking shit up, so by all means, send a message to your friends or something.
I send a message to Welby.
They are looking for you.
Yeah. Well, this is Sam's happy day, and he doesn't want to be found.
Aww.
No, Sam will send Welby.
Can't be happy with you around.
I found a tavern that needs help with something. It's here, and I will list off the street and the address.
Beautiful.
77 Marigold Lane. And
I'll take it.
I am there. I've sold the scrolls and the mimic. Could probably retire.
Okay.
You can reply to this message.
Beautiful. Hang on. I found what I'm looking for, I think. The night errors. There we go. Please write this down. I will never remember. All right. Welby, you receive said message.
Welby will respond with, okay. I'll tell Swapper. Or I'll tell Kai.
Those drinks,
Yes.
man.
So loud. So opinionated.
They are. Alright. So, do we go there? Why am I Irish? Oh, I've changed my accent!
Well, Wait, so he has made money, but he's also found work?
That's what it sounds like.
Well, I guess we should go check in.
He said something about retiring. I don't know what that means, though.
What?
There's cats in this town all over the place. Am I alone?
I know.
Seriously, Sam, they've fallen. I think the avalanche rubbed off on us. Just a bit.
Secretly, you all smell like catnip.
I believe I would know that. Just nothing else.
As soon as you go, fuck.
Oh,
I know what an amulet is.
That's why I haven't tracked anybody in this campaign yet. Catnip everywhere.
Must be it.
Well, I suppose we should go meet up. I would like to go, and I mean, we have your errands we have to go find the things for the
Yeah.
for your stuff, and then I don't know. I
You want to go
know
to a library?
always. I figure I can help. Maybe if I go to the library, I could look up, I don't know, news articles about these different clans and get a little information. Sometimes they keep old records of town happenings.
Honestly, I think we've got other research to do, and apparently this has. I mean, until we can find like a cure for Sam in the next village or something, we've kind of got this under control for the first time. Because let's be honest, the ingredients they're not too terribly difficult to find, especially in a city like this, right?
Right.
Probably tavern somewhere that's made out of bone.
I mean, I wanted to go to the Story Crafters Guild, if you want to do that. So then we can.
Oh, the Stories Crafters Guild.
I'll go to the tavern together. After. Or
Okay.
I can meet you there.
Oh, the Story Crafters Guild sounds lovely, though.
Maybe we meet up with Sam first, because whenever we had a problem recently, it turned out to be not a little problem, but something gigantic.
We can go check in with. We should. I like that. We'll meet up with Sam, and then we can all. And then maybe Welby, you and I can go to the Story Crafters Guild, and maybe the library too.
Okay.
Just to check in, make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, and then me and Pris will then go to the Storycrafters Guild, and Kai and Sam will go and do their thing.
Yeah.
So what is your current course of action?
So I think we're gonna go to where Sam had told us he was going to be, just to sort of check in, and then so we can actually be in the same place at the same time, briefly.
All right, you change course and head for the Knight's Error, which is apparently at Marigold Lane or something. It is a bit of a way away for you. Sam has the distinct advantage of having the lesser broom of flying, so they can take a nice straight line, whereas you have to follow actual footpaths that are starting to fill up with people, because we're looking at 9 a.m. People are starting to get out for their business, getting breakfast, just starting their day in general. Kai or Swapper will return when their headphones work again. Are you good? Do you hear us? We'll take that out. There we go.
Great,
Cool.
perfect.
Yes. For some reason my headphones went out and Zoom decided that was the cue to completely die.
yeah, I've tried switching to like a Bluetooth headset, and my entire computer just went, nope, no sound for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sam, you're at the Knight's Error before the rest.
Yeah,
Or at
I'll
least
order.
out in front of it.
Yeah. Do they have outdoor seating? I
They
like
do
to
not
imagine.
at all. In fact, you see, compared to other taverns you've seen so far, this one seems less tavern and more nightclub. As in, it's all there's no windows. Like there's nothing you can see on the facade that would let daylight in. It has a huge wooden door with like a little slot to judge who enters and who doesn't.
And it's called the Knight Errant.
Knight's Errors. I posted it in chat.
Oh,
You spell
oh.
it exactly.
Oh, okay, the Knight Errors. Perfect.
It's.
I'm glad it wasn't N-I-G-H-T, and I was like, oh, well, I found a vampire nightclub. Let's go.
I mean, it's a nightclub. You haven't
I
seen.
believe there's a song about that.
But yeah, it's very. From where you're standing, it looks like it's single story, which is unusual considering like the towers and the multiple stories that most other buildings around here seem to have.
Okay.
It says Night Errors over the pretty large writ on the outside wall.
I'll just hang out in the sunlight. Maybe with like some cats. Maybe I'm just absent-mindedly like have Wolfred on my shoulder and I'm just petting some cats. And I've got my
There's a
broom.
fair amount of cats.
Yeah, I'll just wait for the party outside. I don't think that I would want to go in without all of my companions.
Okay. Unless people want to have conversations that don't involve Sam specifically, I'm happy to fast forward until you're all back together.
Sounds good.
Okay. So Pris, Welby, and Kai end up walking up to the Knight's Errors, where Sam is surrounded by cats, as you can already hear as you turn the corner.
Yep.
Waiting for you guys.
So one very important question. How much does Sam smell like werewolf?
Not at all.
I presume that is very unusual.
He smells distinctly different than when you left him this morning. A lot more cats. No.
Didn't I would say anything, just
Also,
look at him.
that smell you get when you've been out in the sun for really long. Sort of like it's not quite ozone. It's like
Burnt?
It's like no, more like warm ozone.
Oh. Peculiar.
Interesting.
Oh, I was wondering when you were all going to show up. Firstly, good morning. I hope everything went well.
Yeah, it did. We actually, so we have some things that we have to pick up, but Astley was willing to help Kai.
Well, that's good. I'm not a werewolf anymore. No need to worry about that. Sold the mimic. Sewed the scroll.
Wait,
Got
you didn't?
Wolfred back. I've had a very productive morning.
I'm
I
not your property. People aren't property.
What constitute? Oh, sorry, that's telepathically. I don't even know why I say out
I
loud.
mean, the rest of them see Sir Wilfred like raise a tiny fist. You can't get me back. I'm not yours.
Pris just
We
waves
have
at Wilfred.
reconvened.
We've reconvened. I am quite sorry, Sir Wilfred. But can you truly hold a title without being part of the bourgeoisie?
A name and title, and when is a title a name?
So are we hearing?
No, I'm just thinking all of this.
There's just this really awkward eye contact between Samantha and Sir Wilfred.
Well, Wilfred's going through some life adjustments at the moment. But, yes, I'll pull out the sack of gold. Altogether, I think that we got 500 for the mimic and 180 for the scroll.
Wow, Oh. Okay. That's pretty good. And that'll help pay for Kai. I mean, obviously, you sold it and it was your stuff that was stolen in the first place, but that might help with Kai too if it's some of it.
I mean, what does Kai need?
It maybe only a little bit. Well, so we paid half up front already. It was, I think, 500 total, right, Kai?
Sorry, yeah, I think so.
And we paid 250, and there are some things that we need to find first, though. But
Okay, well, how about this? And I'll take 400 out of the thing, and I will just hand it over to Pris to cover whatever costs are needed for whatever Kai is doing. I honestly, the less involved I am, I feel the safer I am in regards to most things in life today. So the rest you can split up among yourselves, do, shopping.
so why are we here?
Well, we're adventurers, and what adventurers do is help people with problems, and also I was told this was minimal risk, high reward.
Oh. Okay.
That's all I was told, quite honestly. But I had it on good authority. That this nightclub was having an issue, and because it was a nightclub and not on the list, that it was having problems finding people willing to help.
Oh, it's not on the list. Okay.
So, because it's not on the list, I will look at every single one of you. Do not drink anything here. Or eat anything here.
But I don't want to be rude. What if they offer something?
Would you be willing to trade a year of your life or 6 months after losing your memory?
Do I have
Sam
to answer
raises a
that
good
now?
I am simply saying that it is a potential risk. I don't know what the risks are, but the only thing we've been told is that someone lost a year of their life when they went off the list to taverns that were not on the recommended ones. I'm just advising caution. And that if they offer something, ask them deliberately if there is a risk involved with eating or drinking it.
Okay. I
But you
think
don't have to be rude.
I think we can promise that.
Yeah.
Was there anything else Kai needed, or you needed, or Welby needed?
Well, I haven't had a chance to look at the library here yet, so I was hoping to get to do that, and I know Welby wanted to go to the Storycrafters, and I thought I would go with him, and Kai, what was it again that you needed? Silver and some kind of tree?
Rowan, yeah.
So we've got a lot that we could to do. Really?
Okay. Well, do we want to ask them about, because we're here, ask them about the mission? Or the quest, or whatever they need help with. Decide if we want to do that, then do Welby's thing? And then on the way back, stop at the library, because there may be things that the Storytellers Guild that we might want to check in with at the library for more information.
That's a good idea. That's sort of we have a to-do list in this town. Like errands and things. This feels kind of like being at home, actually. I like it.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
I will knock on the door.
Sorry, I was making notes because people have been redeeming NPCs
Uh-oh.
now. My post-it system is infallible. The little metal bar slides open, and you see some distinctly dragonborn eyes peering at you. And it simply says, "My apologies. We are closed. We open at sunset."
Well, I'm here in regards to the issue you're having that you were looking for adventurers for. I figured coming when you were not open is probably a better time than when you are and have customers to serve.
Well, yes and no. It's quiet to talk, but would help if you knew the bar. Makes it much easier to explain what's going on. Perhaps you come back at sunset?
Is there a specific reason that... Well, I mean, if it's a club, it's going to be at nighttime, but are there any other reasons besides being a club that you are open only at night?
It is the preference of our customers. Most are nocturnal.
Can I inside check that?
I feel like they're legally obligated to tell us if they're a vampire or not.
Yeah. Also, what does he smell like?
So Pris
that's
is
a-
going to be researching some vampires.
She smells like a dragonborn.
That's the 5. I don't know. I actually have good insight. I'm just rolling shit. Guy's having a day.
I
They
mean,
always
she
are.
means no malice. They're probably not... Like, she's probably not talking about vampires.
The fact that you had to put a probably there.
He rolled a 5.
Fair enough.
It's fair. Alright,
Research nocturnal creatures.
would it be better to come briefly before sunset, or right when you
Perhaps
open?
a little after, when we have welcomed in our customers and you can see what it is we do here, which will allow me to explain the problem better.
And should we ask for you when we come back?
Please do.
And your name?
Frigid Martha. Oh, do
Did
dress
you
warmly.
say frigid, Martha?
She did. And
Okay.
then she follows it up with, do dress warmly.
Okay, dress
Okay.
warmly. Luckily, that is something we're already prepared for.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, until then, have a wonderful rest of the day. I hope you get some sleep.
Oh no, I'm taking inventory.
We'll be back.
Wonderful. I'll make sure you're on the list. What was your name again?
Oh, my name is Samander, this is Pris, this is
Hi.
Welby, and that is Kai.
You hear scritching sounds as someone takes notes behind you.
And our adventuring group is the Wanderers of Love and Hope of Athenland.
Yep, that's us.
A very long name.
Yes.
Intriguing. I cannot wait to find out more about all of you.
I likewise can't wait. Have a wonderful day. We will be in touch.
Thank you kindly.
Story Guild?
Yes. That was weird though, right?
Oh, absolutely. That was the as
That
we're
was
walking
right
away
fucking
out of
creepy.
earshot. That was one of the weirdest things I've had to.
She was strange.
She smelled like a dragonborn, though.
I mean, that's good. Also, nocturnal customers are. What creatures are nocturnal? What patrons would be nocturnal?
Well, I mean, I can think of one, but I didn't. But the only thing I know about them is from some of the books that I read,
Who did you
and
get this?
perhaps not the most factual books that I read.
Who did you get this job from, Sam?
From the scrap magic item shop for early adventurers.
That
The
sounds about
Dragonborn
right.
didn't. Oh, I was gonna say the Dragonborn didn't sparkle, did she?
No, well, they weren't in sunlight. Why would they? I don't get it.
Do you think she's water?
No, it's just a question, just something I read once, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Yeah.
What a weird
Um,
concept.
Yeah, lead the way, Welby.
Yeah.
Teller's Guild.
To the Sorcerer's
For,
Guild.
for most of you,
Doodle
it's
doodle.
pretty much back the way you came because all the guilds are pretty much put together. So you, for Sam, this is a new area. The rest of you, you're going back the way you came. Storyteller's Guild is in a rather wonderful little area that's just full of little brooks where people are telling each other stories. Some clearly practicing, some also clearly more naturally inclined to the profession than others. There's people just very smoothly, telling people just a bunch of bullshit that sounds amazing. And there's a lot of people like red in the face, flashcards going, and in the following years, they found themselves on the verge of war. Oh shit, hang on.
I'm having so many flashbacks.
In a time of peace with the neighboring kingdoms. Why did I do that? But after a few of the more awkward encounters, you make it to the main building of this lovely place. It's very open, very airy, very light. Some people are writing things down, while other people are debating the merits of writing things down, or if the oral tradition is in fact superior, because the way the stories mutate as people pass them on is the part of the natural progression of a tale. No one necessarily approaches you.
Is there like a lobby or a receptionist or something? Or
No, not really.
right, I'll just go up to some random person.
Alright, random person.
Like, excuse me, hi. Would you happen to know where the fairy tale research section is?
Well, that depends on the fairy tales. What kind of fairy tales? We have 14 distinct research sections. Unless you're talking specific fairy, as in Feywild crossover events, they're in a non-fiction.
Maybe? There's this story about someone who learned the real name of, I think it was a fairy creature, but I
True
wanted
name
to
magic.
see
That's
if I
in
could
many disciplines.
figure out how to do that.
How to discover the true name of a regular creature? Fey creature?
Fey creature?
I do think you need to go to the Fey and Fairy crossover event section. Part of these tales are a number of these tales are rooted in a more realistic type of storytelling. So we have like a little collaboration with the history department.
Well, that makes
You
sense.
need Professor Willow. Just go to Professor Willow. They'll sort you out.
Professor Willow. Okay, thank you. What direction is that in?
Just sort of keep heading that way. They're usually around like the pile of giant purple embroidered pillows. If
I
not,
love this
it's
place.
probably not office hours.
Purple embroidered pillows.
This place is amazing. Chris is just looking around and listening. And...
You hear words you've never heard before. Like in context, you'd never think to place them in.
Yep, that's right.
Then everyone's like, did you want to join me, or did you want to find other stories and stuff to research?
Oh, I I mean, I kind of want to hear what you're looking at. I want to hear what you're looking for. Somebody said.
Just wait until you meet Professor Willow, okay?
Hang
Let me
on.
grab something non-alcoholic for the hydrate.
So I'll head that way. And whoever joins,
Wellby.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow.
Only because Pris also loves some fairy tales.
Well aware. Okay.
Mhm.
It's really not that hard to find where you're going. There is, in fact, an area of this quad, basically, that's covered with embroidered pillows, a giant wall tapestry, and sort of off in a corner, surrounded by books and notepads, sort of reciting bits to themselves, scribbling it out, rewriting. You see, I mean, he's a lot. They're a lot. Before the person, you notice the clothes. It's this blindingly white top covered in the most colorful embroidery you've ever seen in real life. Bright pink sash, blue pants with even more embroidery. Casually has like an empty bird cage on one hip, 2 piercings over one eyebrow, kind of pointed ears, really tan, shoes that with the best will in the world can only be described as trashy slip-ons. And they're just continually like, so they have this big smile on their face, just perpetually laughing at something or someone or life or the world. They're the only ones currently on a bunch of purple embroidered pillows. You're assuming this is Professor Willow. They're a dwarf, in case race matters to you. Species? Pretty big in the belly.
Let me go up to them. I was like, excuse me, are you Professor Willow?
Yes! Yes, I am. Welcome. Welcome. My friend. You know my name and I do not know yours, and this seems to be an advantage on your part, so please. Do introduce yourselves.
My name is Welby. That's Pris and Sam, and is Kai here? And
Yes.
Kai.
Quietly in the background somewhere.
They don't know why, they can't really read, but they're here.
I will point out that that tapestry is not a text tapestry, but like it has figures and embroidery on it.
They also don't care.
See, that's different. It is over 15 feet tall, so it is hard to miss even if you don't care.
So I had questions about a fae creature. Like
A
like
fae creature, a particular fae creature, a kind of fae creature, a named fae creature. What are we talking about here?
At first I think maybe do you have somewhere where I can put this book just in case so that the book can't hear us?
The book shouldn't hear you.
Oh, this one might be able to. If it was a fae book, do you think it could hear me?
I mean, if you're sure, the book itself probably not if it's actually a book, but the fae creature might have a connection to the book. Well, but let's put the book aside. Also, tell me why you have a book that can hear you. This is fascinating.
I mean, I don't know. I asked for it and I got it.
You asked for a book that could hear you, and you got a book that could hear you.
Not exactly. But yes.
So not exactly. So what is the exact?
Sometimes I can ask the fey creature for favors, and they help me out with things. But then I have to give them favors back.
I mean, they're fake creatures to be expected.
Yeah.
What kind of fake creature? I mean, I don't see any pixies around you.
I don't know. All I know is he has a blue tongue.
Ah. So here's your book. There's the exit. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
What? Wait.
Forgive me, I'm quite concerned with my personal safety. Even if you apparently are not.
That's entirely fair.
Wait, what do you know about...
I know they're an archfey. I know they run the Court of the Lark. And I know I do not wish to be involved.
What if Welby goes over back there and... I was going to say we have a talk, but that's probably not a good idea. I don't know, you and Chris have a talk. Or you and Sam.
I'm gonna go over there because, you know,
Cute robes.
yeah,
Nice embroidery.
yeah,
Doesn't look handmade, does it?
no.
Off you go.
Do you know how to kill him?
If I did, I wouldn't be sitting on a bunch of purple pillows in the Story Lodge.
I mean, maybe you would.
I mean, maybe I would, that's fair. I probably would. No, I don't.
Do you know somebody who does?
Other archfey? A god? Maybe, if you're very lucky and you pick a good one, a demigod? But archfey are basically demigods, so, you know. You have to look at the right power balance. Gods
Do you
would
know
be...
Do you know
Other
a
archfey.
method?
No.
Do you know how to prevent... Do Archfey have weaknesses like other Archfey with metal, or other Fey with metal?
Generally, they've lived long enough to find a way around just about everything. If
So it's
anything,
not like
their
the more
flaws
power
are in their
they-
character.
Hmm. So it's not like the more power they have, the more their limits.
Oh, you'd wish. No. In general, their limits are that they're limited to the Feywild, but then mortals come along and make deals and allow them access to the material plane.
I wasn't in the Feywild.
But is one of your friends in contact with them, allowing them access to the prime material plane?
I looked Welby.
Willow also looks to Welby. Once a doorway has been opened, it can be stepped through either way.
How do you end... Oh, sorry, Welby, after you.
So does that mean we can go visit them or their home?
If you truly wished, I
How do I do that?
don't see why you would want to. Simply find a Fey portal or a Fey that can teleport you, or anyone with a plane shift spell.
How do you get out of a contract
Oh,
if it was an indeterminate contract?
I was about to say that depends on the contract. If you didn't write an exit clause, kill the Archfey, find a different Archfey to serve and have them deal with it amongst themselves. Some suggest dying, but we've seen evidence that that doesn't necessarily work.
Also, he doesn't let you.
Well,
Well, occasionally they'll just reincarnate you as something else for fun.
Hmm.
who's Blue Tongue's biggest rival?
I'd imagine most of them. He's not very popular.
Oh, that's good, right?
He's played pranks on every major court out there. Probably... No, I wouldn't give you a definite favor. I would suggest you don't go to the Rose Court or the Midnight Court. One of the
No,
others.
Okay, which one is the least dickish?
I second that. What one is chill, as they
It's
say?
they're Fey courts. There is no least dickish. I'm very sorry.
Alright, so we need a god or a demigod. Don't you have like a god now?
I mean, you could probably try maybe Summer, but they won't dick you around to use your vernacular, but they'll demand a price.
A what?
A price.
Alright. So
How
what
is that
does
much
the
better
price...
than what's happening?
Well,
Yeah.
they're usually more of a one-time thing rather than eternal servitude. Depending
Right,
on the
what-
deal you strike, you have to have something.
What is
to
that
offer them.
one-time thing?
Hmm?
What is that one-time thing? Like a soul or something?
Depends on which fae, which court, which everything. They're fickle and fae and dangerous. Very, very.
Can you
dangerous.
hide from them?
Oh God, no. The thing is, they live so long. They're generally so bored. I mean, in general, the least dickish would be the frolicking court, but they also won't care about your problem. So, you know, not that interested.
Alright, so gods. Right?
I mean, it's making the kill blue tongue solution sound so much more appealing every second.
I mean,
how do we... I mean, we're not a god.
You could try either the moon cord. One of you smells like a werewolf. I won't pretend to know which one. There's the obsidian cord. They tend to like the prime material plane. They're not necessarily nice, but they'll stick to a deal. The rose cord is considered benevolent, but it's also huge, and you have to convince a council of 7 to assist you.
I mean, we've got quite the story.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
It's-
trade a story for a favor?
Somebody lost their voice. Blue tongue! No!
are you muted?
Silence spell!
It's right here!
There you go.
Oh, we can hear.
I think it might be because I put the noise suppression on high because of the barking dogs, and sometimes
Oh.
I sound like a barking dog. So
Why won't you allow Zoom to dick you over?
Fuck. I'm barely in focus as it is. Anyway.
You can't live with that, can you?
What was I saying?
I don't
lost
know.
it. There was something about fate.
Whether you can trade a story for a favor.
Oh, yeah, what I was saying basically boils down to you can certainly try. If that's all you're offering, your best plea would be the Rose Court. They're most concerned with equality among humanoids. The Frolic Court is most likely to want to be entertained, but they're also more likely to lose interest in what you're trying to get them to do before anything happens.
That's fair. I mean, we also already did them kind of a favor by avenging a bunch of prime material planers that were being killed by a dryad they had bound as punishment.
The Rose
Yeah, that was those guys?
No, was it the Rose Court? I vaguely remember hearing the Rose Court. But that's an unique question.
I was gonna say, Willow pauses while everybody scrambles to look through their notes.
Everybody's suddenly pulling out notebooks.
I mean, you're in the Storytellers Guild. Notebooks are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like the creepy way, just as one.
I don't remember what I tell you. That's what I pay you for.
I have Rose Court in my notes. And then I have it starred and with 3 question
What
marks.
are the words around Rose Court?
It says Dryad, Rose Court, question mark, asterisk.
Question mark. I mean, you can assume, but
And then it says punished for human lover, killed people trying to turn into a Gultius tree, question mark. That is my exact notes from page 1 of this book. But if we want to
Blue
retcon
tongue
and say a
here.
different court, I am perfectly fine with that as
No,
well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Dryad was a member of the Rose Court, but whether or not she was entirely honest as to why she was punished is an entirely different thing. I know she was a member of the Rose Court. I was punished because I had a human lover is, grain of salt.
Yeah. I
Right,
figured.
yeah, of course.
Oh, woe is me, lover's gone wrong. I totally wasn't a bad person. I did not deserve it.
I only killed like 15 people. Come on.
Look, at some point,
morning.
they stop counting, right?
I
You
think
do?
that's how it works. I was grinding XP.
Level 58. Anyway.
Everybody puts down their notebooks.
The Rose Court, you say?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've done them a favor, at least that will help you maybe get an audience. I mean, that's
you can do
a
that?
big thing.
Oh.
Like, you can probably enter the Rose Court, whether or not you actually meet any of their council members is an entirely different thing.
Are there any things we should know if we ever find ourselves in the Feywild that we should avoid?
Don't piss off the grass. Assume everything is sentient.
Don't piss off the grass. Don't piss on the grass, or don't piss off the
Neither.
grass. Okay.
Anything
Fair.
else?
Direction is pointless. There are no cardinal directions. There is no north or south. It is duskward. Or you'd think I'd remember this. The other one.
Anything about giving names or anything about?
Well, don't eat things that aren't offered to you explicitly in a way that doesn't involve a deal. Names. Maybe lie about them a little unless you want to foster deep trust or risk everything. Many of the Archfey will give their names because they're not necessarily threatened by you, but a lot of the Lesser Fey will lie.
No deals, don't eat. Grass, sentient.
So will knowing their name actually do anything?
Depending on if you get their true name, you might be able to force them to make a deal or bind them to it.
Ooh.
There was Duskward. Trying to think of the directions. There's Nightward. And there's Tangleward. And I think there's Seaward. But I don't know where the Rose Court is, so that doesn't really help you. But when someone tells you where to go, maybe that might help.
Is Blue Tongue their actual name?
We only know them as Blue Tongue.
So in theory, there may be a name out there that belongs to Blue Tongue that has been carefully hidden. And if we
There might
found
be a
it,
name out there that belongs to Blue Tongue that even Blue Tongue has forgotten.
I see. Well,
They're
thank
very
you
old.
for.
We find them in the original text.
Maybe I can talk to an older god that's older than Blue Tongue, and they can tell me what his name is.
Elder Gods is 3 buildings down. The one with the tentacles, with like the goat's head over the front door.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
It does.
Tracks.
Door with tentacles. Okay.
Sometimes when it's really rainy out, I like reading horror.
They love horror. Their storytellers mainly wear like robes. There's some blood sacrifices involved and a lot of chanting. I don't usually go there.
I like reading about it.
I
don't know if
sure. Like they're across, like we're a crossover with the History Guild. They're
Sure.
a crossover with some of the temples, so they're a little more applied.
Oh no, I don't need to. We don't need to go there. We don't, right? We don't need to go over there. That's fine. We're
No.
good.
I think we had a.
But
I
then
think
they
we have a date at the
know.
library.
We do.
Aw.
You do?
Yep.
Someone
just
keep Welby away from Cthulhu.
Why would I do that? Why?
Now, just imagine we followed that throwaway line. You actually had to make a fucking plotline out of this.
Yup.
I will make you make character sheets for Call of Cthulhu characters, and we will sidestep this for 2 months.
I'm down with
Hi, my name is Commander, and I'm a Call of Cthulhu character.
that. I will literally shoot
Call
you.
of Cthulhu, don't threaten me with a good time.
It'll just be a quick side quest, real quick.
Just throw away little side quest.
Uncaged Season 3.
This was Anik's plan all
The Return
along.
of Cthulhu.
Is to
Her
somehow
plan was a throwaway
Uncaged
line in
game.
library.
Some point
Somehow.
Uncaged and Cthulhu.
Cthulhu Uncaged.
Some-
What?
Yeah.
Blue Tongue was Cthulhu all along. Anyway,
That tracks. Like, no, it doesn't. The Yellow
At this
King,
point, I don't
that
even
tracks.
question it. I just accept it and roll on.
I mean, it's for the best, really.
Speaking of rolling on,
I mean, I heard something about going to a library.
Yep,
Next up,
I've already
library.
left. I'm already there. I'm already at the
Bloody hell.
library.
Alright,
Yeah, it's-
Professor
that was the,
Willow
like,
is massively offended by the way you left without saying goodbye.
No, I said
They will
bye.
They also didn't say
'Cause
hello, so...
I had to go get my book back.
Not mad at Welby, just at everybody else. Duly noted. Professor
No,
Willow
Purse
will
would have been
remember
like,
this.
well, thank you for so much, but it was mostly a dragging Welby away from the Elder
Okay,
God.
thank you, bye.
Thank you so much. You were super helpful, and thank you for the wonderful stories. Let's go. We're getting dragging Welby
Like, away from the Elder Gods. Alright,
Directing
heading to
away
the
from-
library.
Yes.
Beautiful building. Pretty fucking huge. Where do you want to go? I will point
Oh.
out, actually, can you roll me a perception check?
Oh, sure.
Everyone or just Pris?
Everyone who's going into the library and is looking around even remotely.
Sure, I would love to roll perception.
Look
This
at
is
you
the first-
rolling dice while we're playing D&D.
What?
What?
I don't do that.
I haven't rolled. I haven't rolled above a 5 today.
I mean, at least you've rolled dice. Most of your friends have not.
10.
I rolled
Yeah.
an 18.
I rolled a
that's
nat
a-
one.
Oh no!
That's a 9 plus 4 for me, Chief.
So, Chris, what you notice and none of your friends see.
Well, I am in a library.
I will also point out you are the one that would recognize these wonderful beings. There's a lot of squirrels.
Squirrels? Wait, again?
There's a lot of squirrels.
It's happening
Oh,
again.
the collective.
Collective.
How many
What?
cats have I lured here?
All of them
There's
are gonna devour
there's
everything.
they're a little torn between following the squirrels and staying with you. It's a choice.
The squirrels were in the bookshop in the last city.
They were.
I'm not going to ask about it. I'm just going to accept it because I think that's rude to ask if they know the other squirrels.
Do you
Why
think all
are
squirrels
those?
know each other? Is that it?
No.
Honestly,
No,
squirrels are
obviously they
terrible
don't.
gossips. They mostly actually do know each other.
Squirrels are terrible gossips. They're as
All
bad
right.
as trees.
You enter this library, which is roughly the size of Athenwin ever was, but taller.
Mm-hmm.
There is a giant sign near the front that just says every genre and subgenre and where to go.
So, Lady Damon, who's your new character?
I don't make a new character. That's silly.
Chris just passes out and stays here forever.
Yep.
Oh, she has ascended.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, so I wanted to, let's see. There's so much. There's a couple things that I know that I want to look at. One of them is I want to see about any news reports about the different clan members who have come to like do pub crawls, just see like if they've ended up in the town news of any sort. If there's any information as to their like real identities other than being clan werewolves or whatever. See what kind of information about Blue Tongue and any information about the Rose Court that we can find here in this library. Was there anything else that we wanted to look up?
Yeah, any elder gods that might know Blue Tongue?
I'll let Welby look that up.
Don't. Don't.
I mean,
That's a terrible idea.
supervised.
That's a good idea.
Supervised.
Do not let Elderworldly come in contact with Elder Gods at any point. They might
I
cry.
don't-
Okay.
Now,
We
Pris dresses well.
mentioned
Be
this, we mentioned this briefly, I think, off screen
Mm-hmm.
about using the research rules for you to really dig deep into this library.
We have talked about it. I don't remember what those rules are, but I know we've talked about it.
That is fine. I mean, we're 9 minutes to
Mm-hmm.
the end of this game, so I'm going to suggest we end this here with you agape in this beautiful library.
Yes.
And then before you make me a series of rules next time,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to let me know if there is a particular knowledge skill you'll be using here, if there are people helping you with this, if you're willing to spend any gold in getting a research assistant for a short amount of time, because the library does have research assistants available should you want to hire one.
Mm-hmm.
And how much time you're willing to dedicate each of these topics and questions.
Okay.
And they will determine partly what I let you roll, partly what the DC is, bonuses, that sort of thing.
All of the things. Yes.
All of the things. I just kind of want to know, how are you doing this? Because there's a lot of stuff you can do in library, but not all
I know,
of it will
there's
get you an
so-
answer.
There's so much.
Yes.
And there's squirrels.
There are squirrels. There's some of the research assistants you can get as well.
Of course they are.
There's also an option to get little monstrosities to help you copy books and keep the books you have safe. And there's also, if you do it correctly, a bonus for using a library in general, depending on the library's complexity. I'm sort of mashing Xanatars and Pathfinder together because I like making you work for stuff. And because researching a library is harder than people think. You good?
Yes. Are these
Morpha, did you write down what I want from you?
I was taking it in, but I'm about to write it all down.
Good. That's good enough for me.
And are these squirrels, do they seem nicer than the last squirrels? Okay. Can I, yeah. Seem very
You can also
busy.
hire a non-squirrel research assistant.
Yeah. And Sam has
Well-
400 gold. And that's factoring in that I gave you 400.
Yeah, Sam's
Yes.
loaded.
Right. Sam has 400 and we have 400, or
Yeah,
I have
so-
the 400
And
from
some
Sam.
Yeah, so
Change.
deducting the
Mhm.
250 for Kai's thing, which I assume we're already doing, you can just add
Mhm.
150 onto what you have.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
So, unless there are any urgent things any of my party members need to deal with before we end today's session on the discovery of the largest library Chris has ever seen. filled
Chris
with
is just
insane
like
squirrels.
looking up, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
wonder, biggest Disney princess eyes ever.
I mean, it is the size of a village. It's
Yeah.
also very, very quiet.
If the cats eat the collective, do they become the collective?
Your cat's
And-
already the collective will defend itself.
I just assume the cats turn into squirrels.
Oh.
I think the squirrels eat the cat. We are
Both can be
nourished.
true.
We are
Both could be
nourished. We
true.
appreciate your sacrifice. All right. Jokes about eating cats aside, before Wild gets very uncomfortable or falls asleep, apparently. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. Next week, part 892 of this semi-plot related shopping episode. I cannot wait.
We just found out a huge lore dump.
I keep
It's
throwing
true.
more at you. At
We
some
just
point
had
you're
a
gonna start
direction.
remembering this.
Yeah. We're gonna kill Blue Tongue next episode.
Apparently, we're
Invoking
going
an
to the
eldritch
Feywild.
Apparently you're going to. Okay.
No, well,
On this
no,
episode, we find a new god.
We
We're going to the Feywild, and then we're gonna be switching over systems and playing Call of Cthulhu. That's
I
what
was
we
gonna say
found
we
out.
may need to rename this campaign because we haven't been playing Uncaged for 5 sessions. But
Uncaged to untethered.
Fuck that, I'm becoming a tree.
Let's go around to sign-offs, plug what you need to plug. That sounded dirtier than I intended it to.
Yeah, I tried doing that on Smutty Saturdays, y'all. It's like,
I mean, speaking of Smutty Saturdays, I can throw this to either myself, Wild, or Lady Dame, because we're all here next Saturday.
Yeah, hey!
Technically Sunday. Let's just give it to Lady Dame.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Lady Dame. You can find me everywhere on the internet. That's important. At the Lady Dame. That's Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. I am a variety streamer on Twitch and play a bunch of TTRPGs, obviously here every Wednesday at noon Central and Uncaged. You can also find me in an actual play podcast on Off the Table called Of Black Glass. We currently have 4 episodes out. The 5th one is coming out the episodes come out bi-weekly on Sundays. So we have the 5th one coming out soon. It's a good time. I'm a late night variety streamer, but most importantly, on Saturdays I run a game, or I host Smutty Saturdays, where I'm joined by some fabulous guests, and we read terrible, horrible, no good, very bad smut. Although sometimes it is actually very good smut. This week I'm very excited because I have Anik and Wild both on the channel.
Sounds good.
Oh,
I'll just wait until chat says that they can hear us.
I know. At least it was the end of the stream, but still.
It's the most important
Oh, it's good now. Oh, we're good now.
Aha!
Okay, y'all chat, where did I leave off plugging everything that I'm working on?
Smarty Saturday? No, Dragon.
When did I know?
Stuff.
I was like
Charity.
Oh wait. Okay. So I can't remember. I don't know where we lost audio for me, but Smutty Saturday, I've got folks audio's back. I know. Smutty Saturday with Anik and Wild and Rakalai. We're reading Chuck Tingle books. It's gonna be great. 9 p.m. Pacific. Charity One Shot on my channel, also on Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Thank you. Dragon Hearts, I've got a really fabulous cast. It's gonna be awesome. And we're raising money for Color of Change. And then on Sunday at some time, I don't remember, I'm going to be over on Craftic Studios playing some 10 Candles, which I'm very excited about. It'll be my debut on Craftic, so that'll be a good time because horror is super fun and we're all going to die and it's going to be great. So I believe that means that, and that's it for me. I believe that means that Graham is next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Graham, or Graham Crackers with a Z. You can find me on Twitter at GrahamCrackers1, again with a Z. Or you can find me every week streaming on my own channel. I stream Dungeons & Dragons and various other streams. of TTRPGs on my stream, which is also Graham Crackers with a Z. You can find me on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, where I play Gaheris Nervos, a Tiefling Paladin Oath of Conquest in the Goldshine Investigations, where we hunt supernatural monsters and people that with way too much power. You can find me every other Saturday, and this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern on Polished Cryptid, where I play Mavrin Minados, a former pirate turned cursed sorcerer. You can find me elsewise. Let's see, where can you find me? Oh, all of April I will be streaming a whole bunch of indie TTRPGs on my channel. Ranging from Ligses and Feelings to Monster of the Week to Bluebeard's Revenge, to oh my gosh, there's a lot. But you can find me there. Ryutama, yes. And you can also find me when I announce in 2 weeks the cast for 2 new campaigns that are starting in March. Starting on March 23rd is the first episode of the Shards of Anarion campaign, which I will be DMing. So once more, I'm gracing the internet with me DMing, much to everyone's dismay. So I hope you all tune in. It'll be a delight. And I'll pass the torch to Kai. Swapper.
Hello, I'm Swapper, and I actually do have an announcement. City of Shadows is back this weekend on Saturdays, every second and fourth Saturday. I think that's going to work out. We had a bit of a break, but we're back, and it's going to be interesting. The next episode is called New Blood on Eva Savage's channel on Twitch. Apart from that, I don't actually have anything. I have a lot of things, but none of them are streamed. So you shan't be privy to them.
And who are you
That's
passing it on to?
Oh god. Well, B.
Choices.
Is that me then? Alright, hello all, I'm Wild, at Wild Engineer on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me, aside from here, on Saturdays on Weave the Tale, where I am playing Fate of Cthulhu. You can see my character, who is a average Joe that happens to have insomnia and dreamwalks. It's a very fun game so far. And also this Saturday, as we've been saying, I will be on Lady Jane's channel for Smutty Saturday. It should be very fun. I am looking to get dressed up in a appropriately themed wear. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And you can... Kitty, stop it. You can hear me on Powered by the Players, where we have our podcast game of Crossroads Carnival. A nice little horror game. It's really fun. I think we last week episode 2 came out. Yeah. So that's me.
I think that leaves me. I'm assuming everyone else went while I was briefly away because of all the hydrates. My name is Anik. You can find me on the internet at Anikster. I don't have my own Twitch channel because technology scares me, so I just put my face on other people's channels. They're calling it Smutty Saturday. For me, it's Smutty Sunday early morning, so I will be dressed as someone who got up at 5 a.m. It's not gonna be pretty, but I'll be there, and I'll be making gross art, and it'll be hilarious. Let's see, I'm running a Ryutama game on Marefeather's Twitch channel on the 7th of March. And I am kicking off Marefeather's birthday charity stream on the 16th of March with more Ryutama. I don't just do horror, regardless of what you might have heard. I am in a horror game called Sunken on March 14th? What is time? I think March 14th on Marefeather's channel.
Oh, hey, I'm in that one too.
Yeah, she's DMing us, and we're all gonna die, and it's gonna be amazing. And speaking of streaming indie games on Graham's channel, like Graham might be streaming, but I'm DMing a lot of them. I really need to start picking my casts, but it's gonna be so much fun. because D&D is great, but there's a lot of other great options, and we're going to be showcasing a bunch of them with a lot of
Yay.
people. I think that's it for stream things for now.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, and don't forget to tune in tonight for what is it? Legends of Lazarus, Legacy of the Lazuku.
I can't pronounce it.
Lazuku.
I'm sorry, but can we have a spin-off show called Legends of Lazarus? Because that's badass.
I know, right?
I
Legacy of
mean,
Lazuku.
That's a
DM'd
desert.
by-
That's a desert theme one, right? With
Yeah, that's the desert themed one. DM'd by
DM'd
Luke.
by Luke, Dr.
And I can't remember-
Petrichor.
And I can't
It
remember.
has Connor. It has Tiny Poison. It has oh gosh. Oh, there's one more. Something Wolf?
You can do this. You can do this.
That's Cyberwolf. That's Connor, though.
Oh, okay.
Connor.
And
Connor
then,
is Cyberwolf.
okay.
There's-
And then one more
Yeah.
person.
Whatever it has, it's not us,
Yeah,
regardless of what the title says.
but highly
What?
recommend.
As a super cool intro, I highly recommend you just start watching
Oh
for
my
that. And
God, the
It's
intro
really
is
cool.
so good.
it is
I-
so good. Tune in. If you don't, I'll never forgive you.
Luke is an excellent
Oh, yeah.
storyteller. Hold on, I've got the
I
cast
mean,
list.
you can say you'll
It's-
never forgive me, but I'll be fucking asleep.
Unless you're asleep.
You'll be
Then
fucking
I
asleep.
will forgive you.
It's 10 p.m. here. I will not be awake for this.
Mhm. RJ, Media Flare, Connor, who is Cyberwolf, and I can't remember Media Flare's like other name, but yeah, that and Chris, Tiny Poison.
Other media flair.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
All right. And next week, as stated previously, we'll be back for part 982 of shopping in Wavecrest.
Yep.
My party.
These are the
never leaving
Wavecrest
this town
Chronicles.
again. You are
Yes,
never
they are
leaving
now.
this town again.
We're never leaving this town, so you should probably rename us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wavecrest
you're,
Yes,
Chronicles.
Welby.
You're not wandering anymore. That might be fixed.
It's true.
We can switch out Wandering for Wavecrest.
The Wavecrest of love and hope. No, that doesn't work. We'll workshop it.
Bye.
Wavecresters of Love and
Bye.
Hope.
Fair enough.
Bye.
Be good to each other. Stay hydrated.